Hi, Johnny. It's not blonde yet, but it will be. We're gonna do the blonde live, see how it goes, and then probably tomorrow I'll do the colors. So Wednesday, assuming all goes well, it'll be something different. So we'll see. Hi, Mama Zugzug. Welcome. So I have a few plans to see how this goes. My arm's starting to get stiff from the vaccine, so you can see my chat. There it is. So it's about to here, but it's not into the joint yet. So I should be able to do this. I got new bleach. So in the last year, things have changed a lot. So I got this Prism Light bleach with toner. So it's supposed to take the brassiness out. The girl there had blue-black hair and said this is what she uses to get the brassiness out. I did also get some True White toner since I'm trying to put on pastels. So we'll see. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll decide how I want to do my hair because I have a few different ideas. So I got 3 colors. We have a pastel aqua, pastel pink, and pastel purple. So one thought is to do the top here in pink and then one side purple and one side aqua. Another thought is just my bangs, or do half and half with like pink highlights throughout, or just do mix and match all over and let it be weird. So I haven't decided. I don't know. But the first step is bleaching it. So I have powder because I prefer the powder to the cream. And then this is stuff that's good on or off scalp. I did get 40 developer, so it's going to develop quickly. So hopefully by the end it'll dry and I can see what to do with it. Because normally I leave it in for like a half hour, the full 45 minutes. So I'm hoping with this toner and the developer, we can get this part done and then move on. I probably should start as just chatting because the first part's going to be getting the hair dye in, or the hair bleach in. And then I'll switch over to Valheim as it dries and processes. So there's a lot of people to blame for this. I've been wanting to dye my hair. Like you can kind of see some of the purple tones. It doesn't pick up on camera very well because my hair's dark. Because I haven't been bleaching my hair. I try not to. So Johnny bleached his hair and dyed it blue. I've never really done blue tones. I did a teal once and it looked really good. So I'm excited for this aqua. And then If and When was talking about dyeing my hair. I know Abby's brought it up. Like lots of people have been suggesting it. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do so with some Valheim in the background because it's nice and relaxing. I'm on my 3rd bottle of water today. So there's probably going to be a lot of pee breaks. And I had some weird reactions to the vaccine, you guys. So I got the injection and within a couple of seconds I could smell and taste the vaccine, which apparently no one else has really talked about, so I thought that was funny. But all right, we're gonna do this live. So first up is sectioning the hair. This doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, I'm hoping there's a way to minimize. I think I'm gonna have to close Valheim and just put on some music for now. Because right now I'm working on an image that's like this big. Smell and taste. Yeah, I could smell and taste it. It was so weird. So weird. All right. Let's do some upbeat music. And then someone had taken down all the hair color swatches. So that's why I was struggling to decide, because I know it's synthetic and it changes on natural hair, but I had no swatches to go off of, so I'm trying to go off the boxes. So hopefully I didn't get too light of a color or too dark. Calamity, hello, all is well. It might be a short stream today because I am really tired from the vaccine, but hopefully not. Let me do a couple more things. That's fine. That I need. What else can I close? I can close this. So yeah, I do not have my dual cam set up, but it should be fine. So for bleaching and dyeing, you're gonna do one package, which is 1 ounce. So it's 1 part powder to 2 parts developer. And again, I'm using 40 developers. So this is hopefully gonna go quickly. And I have gloves. I have bags. And I have my bleaching towel. So we're gonna start with that. And then I did switch over because I was like, oh, I can't put my headphones on if I've got hair bleaching. There. I'm try not to get this all over. And then I need to move this guy so I can see what I'm doing, preferably. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. So we split it. And then I'm just gonna do some loose sections. This doesn't have to be perfect. This is so weird. I'm not used to seeing myself like this when doing my hair. You always start with the bottom because that's gonna take longer to process. And we're gonna start by doing just the mids and the ends, and then we'll go back through to do the roots. Because hopefully it'll have start processing. I might have to wait a good like 10-15 minutes. Yeah, Calamity, so if I'm completely down for the count tomorrow, at least I'll have this and I'll be looking silly so I can look in the mirror and laugh at myself is my thought. If I'm not down for the count tomorrow, then I can do my hair and it'll be great. But I've been super anxious about the vaccine. I've been waiting. I didn't sleep well. I almost had a panic attack because I had to go in. It wasn't a drive-through. So I just need some self-care and we're gonna be silly. All right. And we're gonna try and do this live on camera as best as possible. I think I need to switch to a single earbud though, because this is struggling. There. I just want less to work around. And I also want to be able to hear the music because it's thick. And hair, cooperate. Don't worry, Calamity. I appreciate you stopping by. We're just playing around with some hair because I can. I've been wanting to dye it, but last year I just kind of let the sun bleach it for me while I was outside. And then I did buy 2 packets of bleach. Hopefully I won't have to go through twice because it's really bad for your hair, especially with 40. And like I said, this has toner in it, so I'm curious to see. But there are a lot more options. So it's a blue powder instead of a white. Oh, is this stuff gonna smell like sweet tarts again? I'm gonna eat my hair on it. And then I got a 4 ounce, if this will show. Come on. No, it's not going to. Anyway, so I got a 4 ounce, so I just pour in half. I like to try and be as lazy as possible. Make sure I check my level. This does have lines on it. There it is. That seems about close. Okay. So I'm going by weight because I can't see it. Normally I measure this stuff out. So then you just mix developer and powder together. I'm not used to it being so blue. This is weird. This is so weird, you guys. I'm just trying to get it smooth, make sure all the powder's fully incorporated. If I need to add a little more developer, I can. So my cat's going crazy, as usual. I do have combs, so that way I can make sure to comb through. There. Nope, I used the right amount of developer. Okay. And then I'm just going to apply with my hands, because why not? Personally, if it's streaky, I don't mind because I think it looks a little better as it starts to grow out. See how well I can show you guys. So I just want to get it started. Ooh. You could actually hear me out, yeah. She's going crazy. Hello, Fonty. Like I said, I'm gonna comb all this through. I just want to get it started. And then we'll go from there. And the sections help to make sure it's a little more even. I'm obviously being oh so careful. Anyone who's professional would be looking at me and they're like, what are you doing? Why? Why would you do this? Beauty streams? Yeah. I don't know about beauty, but it's something alright. So I just have cheap combs from like the dollar store that I'm using to kind of get this started. Oh, that's right. Everything's inverted from what I'm used to seeing. Okay. So I don't want to go too close to the scalp because that's virgin hair, which means it's going to process a bit differently. But I also don't want to leave it on the ends too long because that's what's going to dry out more quickly. At least the blue shows up pretty well because I don't have a filter on. Dollar store items? Yeah, they never disappoint. Plus, I'm using it for bleach, so if it does anything with the plastic, if it causes, I don't know, like, if it doesn't last after this use, that's fine, because I just got a whole pack for $1 of various. And again, I'm just trying to get it in there, and then I'll go through, comb it to try and make sure all the strands. Ugh. Oops, wrong side. That's right, everything's mirrored. I'm used to looking at a mirror, not inverted. Okay. So now I can go through and do a quick comb. I think I need a wider comb for this. But this is supposed to do a lot of levels of lift, so I'll see how it does. I can figure this out when I'm working from mirror to mirror, so I should be able to figure this out on here. Don't worry, come and go. This is just gonna be something real special, that's for sure. Everything's so dark across the camera, like it's hard for it to read. All right, let me go check and see and grab a slightly, hello TTV. I'm gonna grab a slightly larger comb. I think I'm gonna have to mix up some more. This is not getting good coverage. So again, I'm just combing it through to make sure it got a decent amount going. Do you see it's starting to lighten? I don't know how well you guys can tell, but it is starting to get there, so we'll just keep working our way through. I'm making it work with the plus it's white lace, so it'll be nice. Super fun, right? I'm glad I bought two packets because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need both of them. It's just not feeling as saturated as I'm used to. But I probably normally oversaturate to be on the safe side. Really hope I won't have to bleach it twice. That's the main goal. More fill out. Didn't want that section yet. I know a lot of people will get the bleach part done professionally, and I do recommend it because it is really hard to do on your own. And it is really easy to go overboard and fry your hair, which you don't want to do. I'm trying to work quickly because I know this isn't super fun. But we're getting there. And even if I have to wait to the next batch to finish the top of my hair, that's fine, because again, the bottom needs way more. Oh, thanks, Mexican Hulk. The bottom's going to need way more time to process than the top. So as long as I can fully saturate and get the bottom going, then in like 15 minutes, I can get the rest of my hair on top going along with the roots. I think it's what's going down. Because this crown section is going to process differently from like the sides and from the bottom because of how it all works. And I only know this because of dyeing my hair multiple times and bleaching it multiple times. Been doing this for many, many years because I'm an old fart. And then afterwards, I do have argan oil serums, high concentration, hydrating treatments, because I want to make sure my hair is going to be nice and healthy. So I try not to bleach it frequently, maybe once or twice a year. And then I do hydrating treatments every week or so, maybe every 2 weeks, depending on how well my hair is doing. And then I also have like leave-in conditioners, leave-in treatments. Since I like to color my hair, I just want to make sure it's well taken care of. Okay. And I did really, really basic makeup because I'm going to have to shower a few times. And we don't want streaky face. Saber, hello. I am bleaching my hair because I can. I got my first dose of vaccine today, so I'm celebrating with doing my hair. we're going pastels for spring and see how that goes. And then in between, while we're doing this, we're going to work on the second boss for Valheim because I haven't done that yet. I think we're okay now that I'm working towards bronze. And then we're also going to work on gathering more bronze and just relaxing because it's important. And again, I'm not doing all the way to my roots because the roots don't need as long to process. And I don't want to overheat my roots and make them fall in. So I know it looks janky, but we're just trying to go through as carefully as you can while doing this on camera with a really cheap webcam instead of in the mirror. So that's the first set of dosing. And I just want to, like I said, comb that through as best as possible. Make sure all the individual hairs are covered. And then I'll go back through in a little bit. And it's getting kind of tangled because it's like not liquid. And since I didn't go all the way to the roots, it's like not sure what to do. But I'm just trying to make sure there aren't any big clumps. Typically, the more saturated everything is, the more easily it combs through. With longer hair, yeah. I just kind of glob it on. That's what I'm used to doing. My hair will get, like, I'll get it a bit longer than this. But it is so much easier with short hair. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Now we're starting to comb through. And you can see where it's sticking to the comb, which is good because I don't want any extra product on the strands than needs to be. So again, if you don't like doing this part and you're worried, just have someone else do it. I know it's going to be at least 6 weeks before I'm comfortable going someplace to let someone else do my hair. So worst case, it turns out terrible and I wear wigs for a couple weeks. But I did get pastels, so I can always dye darker colors over it, and I have some leftover purple dye. So as long as I can get it to lighten up, then we'll be good. And hopefully just have some fun with it. Okay. Ooh. So it is better professionally because then you're going section by section as opposed to just like glopping it on, which is a little more difficult to manage. But I think that's what we got for now. So I'm going to quickly check that. See where we're at, probably give it a little bit, and then we'll move on and come back. Here's some ASMR. Alright, so yeah, that is lightening up already. So I did learn the hard way. If you're gonna use a plastic bag, because you're like me and lazy / cheap, don't accidentally turn it inside out. I did get the dye from the bag onto my bleach job once. Was not fun. Okay. I thought I had some shower caps left, but I didn't. Most of us just use a shopping bag. Like, it's fine. It's fine. You just kind of want to, like, keep it in. Ugh, which side is that? This one. That's fine. I'll probably only give that 5 to 10 minutes. And then mix up the next batch and go in through these sections because it's already a couple levels lighter. This is supposed to go up to 5 levels lighter. And I don't know if that's going to be enough, so we'll see. So it'll at least be enough to get us going. Move that back over here. Learn it, yeah, again, I've done this a few times. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a thing. It's a thing. You do want to try and keep it as close as possible because you want it to naturally heat. You don't want to add extra heat. I keep my ears in it because I just do. Should make that a little tighter. If I dye it live and I do highlights, then I can show you how you're supposed to bleach it. Because you take a small, like 1/4 inch section, you smear the bleach through, and then you work it back upwards into the scalp line, but you still leave about 1/4 inch. Then you put the foil over it because it's going to naturally spread as it warms up towards the scalp line. So that's why you want to go back and do the scalp last, because you don't want to burn your scalp with the bleach. So you want to take extra care in that spot. Wait. Who was I using? I think it was this one and this one. That's the wrong button. This one smells really weird. I do like the, I think I always did the Beautifully Blonde or whatever it was. And that's the one that smelled like sweet tarts. So again, I'm trying this because the blonde does not come with the toner included. So we'll see. All right, how much time? So like 1/4 up. We'll give it like 7 minutes. Blondes have more fun. I am not a good blonde. So if this does the trick and actually looks like a decent blonde instead of a brassy blonde, I might keep it for more than a couple days. I've just never seen myself looking okay as a blonde. I normally look really bad as a blonde. Switch back over to Valheim. And see where we're at. What do we have? Oh, don't punch that, you weirdo. Oh, right. Okay, so I was making stuff. I have food. Not ready to run that out. Put this away. I need to go get copper. Here's my coal. Should probably fill that before we run off and do things. Wrong one. Wrong one. I obviously know exactly what I'm doing all the time. I've got fire arrows, and that's what we need. Do I not know where the next... Oh, the altar's over here. Oh, we've got a long way to go then. Well, let's try. We'll see how close we can get in this run and try and grab some copper on the way, I think. Also, I finally get to play with... Ooh, honey. I haven't used this mace yet, so I'm kind of excited to check it out and see how it goes. Nova, hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm currently bleaching my hair. Because why not? Oh, that does make me run slower. What? Ooh, that does a lot of damage. Wow. Wow. I can't see where I'm going. How have you been, Nova? How is everyone doing? It's been a wild ride lately for me. Been trying to do updates to my Discord server, been trying to like check out some new streamers. I'm taking a break from TikTok. Oh, wow. That was cool. Oh, I think I'm gonna like that. It's slow and it's heavy, but that's cool. Bring it. Wow. That's so fun. Oh, man. That residual damage, like that area of effect on it is so cool. It's slow, and I have no way to like protect myself with it, which is kind of hard since I'm used to other stuff, but man, it does a lot of damage. And that area of effect is really nice. Kind of explodes them everywhere though. Oops, now I'm heading the wrong way. We're trying to go this way. Yeah, I've been struggling lately, so I haven't been the most consistent. I mean, when I said I'd stream, I was streaming. I haven't bailed on the last couple weeks, but I have not streamed for a few days. So I was trying really hard not to bail today, even though I'm tired from the shot, mostly because of the anxiety around it. So that's why I was like, let's just dye my hair on camera and play some Valheim. Hopefully people will understand and it'll be okay. Alright. Where? Oh, there's my copper deposit. Fancy. Poor little grayling. You had no chance. No chance. Wait, how did he get all the way over there? Ooh. Triumph. Oh man, there's so many! I don't like this. I'm not used to like not having the shield for protection. That's so weird. I mean, it's cool. And I do like the knockback effect. That's pretty handy. Ow. Oh. Wow, I super lucked out with that. Alright, it is time to add some more. Oh, there's my copper. I'm like, I thought I stayed on my copper. I do need to add some more bleach, but let me kill this guy first. The downside of this game is there's always stuff going on. Okay. So we'll come back to that in a bit. Play some more music. So you can see it's lightning, like it's getting there. We're working on it, little by little. Update, more bleach. Use up the rest of my volume. There. Glove up, because you don't want bleach on your hands. Did I choose a color, Rose? Well, oh, I understand. I'm trying to get to the boss and I didn't realize I hadn't been there yet. So I was like, yeah, we'll do a quick like run for some copper and do some boss battles. So I chose a pastel pink, pastel blue, or well, aqua, and pastel purple. I just haven't decided how I want to apply it yet. But I won't be able to apply color till tomorrow anyway. Maybe Wednesday, because I want to give my hair time to recover from bleaching. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do like sections of each, so it's more like a mixture mermaid unicorn hair, or if I want to section it split down the middle, or if I want to do pink on top and then split on the sides, or pink bangs and highlight. I don't know. I'm being indecisive, which is kind of my MO. Kind of what I do. This, so I can see again. Yep, that's getting nice and toasty. Alright, so I'll try and show more appropriately how you're supposed to. Ooh, yeah, see? That's getting nice and light. Alright, so what you're supposed to do is take a section, apply the cream, and then, so you scrape it down, and then you push it up towards the hairline. So that way you can make it fully saturated. And you make sure it's not oversaturated. Again, you pull it down, and then you take the extra and push it up towards the hairline. And you don't want to go quite all the way to the scalp, because again, as it warms up, it's going to expand. Major failure, yeah. A lot of people won't do the bleaching part themselves. It's very easy, and I'm using volume 40, which is going to take it much lighter than like a 20. But it's really easy to fry your hair. So most people do 20. That's what I'd recommend as a first timer, and to only lighten to a couple of levels. I'm trying to go full blonde from dark brown. So I'm doing volume 40, and I'm trying to make sure to section it and work my way. You also used a 40. Yeah, it works really well because you want to lighten it from really dark. But again, you have to be super careful not to overdo it, because that level volumizer can fry pretty quickly. This way. I'm not used to this camera. Trying to do these angles. But I mean, it's getting pretty blonde. Oop, got some on my ear. And then typically this would go in foils, so that's how they do like a balayage treatment. Professionals would be able to tell you better. Watch them, not me. Straw yellow orange. Yeah, so this new bleach that I grabbed has the toner in it, so it's not supposed to get brassy like that. Okay, I think that section's good. It's also good to go with professional because they can work much more quickly, which is important with bleaching, is you want to work quickly, methodically. There's always like one strand that just does not want to cooperate. So I'm trying to work quickly and methodically, but again, I'm doing this in a camera, not even in a mirror. Okay. So everything's like extra inverted and weird for me. It's kind of funny. And then, especially if you're using a higher volume, like a 30 or a 40, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're checking it frequently because it's going to work quickly. I do tend to forget this section like right around my ear, so I want to make sure I get that well saturated. If you're already blonde and you're just trying to go a couple shades lighter, like you can use a 10, or if you're just trying to put color down, then go with like a 10 volume. And I only know this because I researched it again today while I was purchasing to make sure I was doing it right. And also normally you're supposed to do a test swatch, which is also why I started with the ends and moved up. And since I started on this side, which is my left side, I'm working opposite with the next section of going left to right. The next one I'll go right to left. Nope, this way. I can do this. I can remember things. I promise. This one. I mean, it is reading more green on camera, which is interesting because, again, normally it just goes super brassy. So I think it's okay. I think that the built-in toner is helping. But we'll see when I rinse it. If it looks majorly yellow. I just want to make sure, again, that I got this stuff, which I'll check again in a little bit. This side. In worst case, like I might need to go and touch up my roots with some extra bleach, which I can get tomorrow, but this should do the trick to make sure everything's fully saturated. You waste a lot less product if you have a the professional wastes a lot less product than what you use doing it yourself, in my experience. A professional probably could have gotten this done with like one, whereas I'm using 2 packets. trying to keep myself centered, but I keep moving. Go figure. Alright, no, I already did this section, so that's good. There, so that's how I like it, is when I have enough product that it feels smooth and will like stay up on its own, is where I feel like I've put enough in. So I think we're making good progress. Then I'll comb through it again. Nope, I want to stay past it. So yeah, again, this isn't perfect, I know, but hopefully it gives you a few more ideas. If it's something you want to do regularly, definitely do deep conditioning treatments regularly. And then watch professionals, talk with professionals, see what they say, what they recommend. Find what works for you. I have fine hair and a lot of it, which is going to act differently than someone with thick hair. Mine's also straight, which is going to act differently than those who have curly hair. So unfortunately, a lot of times it's trial and error to see what works best for you. I know a lot of people really like the fox colors, but I found it dried my hair out, like it fried it. So for someone with thicker hair, it's probably going to do wonders without causing too much of an issue, but be aware. It did keep the color. It was pretty amazing how well it kept the color, and it was nice and vibrant, so I do like them. But that's why I didn't want to dye my hair, because 2 years ago I used fox. And it just did not do well with my hair. If there are mistakes on like the sides and the back of your head, it's not a big deal. It's the top of your head you want to be extra careful of. So that's why I'm trying to get through this stuff fairly quickly. So that I can get through this. Okay. Let's go this side. I'm trying to remember how to use this camera. There. There. Nope, this way. Where's my line? Where am I at? I'm doing a lot of this by feel because it's so weird in the camera. Okay, that goes that way. This side. I will figure this out. I will. This way. This way. This way. This inverted is so weird to try and work with. Because again, I'm used to doing this in a mirror. And since I didn't put a lot of product on the top, that's why I'm just trying to be generous right now with getting the product in, and then I'll go back through. I'll go back through and make sure that I saturate it much more appropriately. Okay. This one goes this way, and this side goes this way. It's like pat your belly and jump up and down, or pat your head and rub your stomach. Trying to remember which side's which. T-Mac, thank you so much for the 10 bits. For chilling while I try and bleach my hair semi-effectively. I do want to make sure my hairline is fairly well done. I'm going to go through, get that. Okay. Make sure I get the underside. Where? This way. Takes a few tries, but we're getting there. It goes this way. It goes this way. Okay, so then we're here. And then this batch goes this way. Goes this way. Goes this way. This is not the easiest to understand, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Nope, this way. No, you go this way. I feel like this camera just is still gonna show dark, even if I'm like platinum blonde. But it is working pretty quickly. Like, you can see it going. Okay. So I have just a little left, but I want to comb this through again. Yeah, you can see it working. Yeah, brunette to blonde is a lot. I normally can't stand it, so I try and dye it pretty quickly after. But if the toner works, which I've never toned before dyeing before because I'm normally putting a red over the brass anyway. So I'm kind of excited to see how this bleach works. I think these ends need some more. But yeah, if this goes to a pretty decent blonde, then maybe I'll stay blonde for a little bit before dyeing it. We'll see. This is just kind of a whatever happens, happens moment. Haley, hello. Well, not Haley. How are you? Don't worry, we'll get back to Valheim in just a little bit. I can't believe how much this is showing through blonde already. That's crazy. It does look way more green on camera, so it's making me nervous. It's probably fine. I'm sure it's fine. You're going to be jealous, Rose? Aw, I'll just have to come down to you and help you do your hair. It's only a 10-hour drive. It's fine. You just have to wait 6 weeks. Come on here. Top's still feeling a little bit dry and the comb's not going through like I want it to. So we'll just use this last bit of bleach. This bleach is so blue. Like if my hair were to turn this color, I wouldn't be mad. It's a really pretty like periwinkle. Okay. I know you're not supposed to massage it into the scalp. I'm just trying to break up any chunks of my roots. Well, we put on the plastic bag and let it process some more. There. Grocery bag. I have bleached my hair before. This is my first time using this bleach. This bleach has a toner in it, which is supposed to help reduce brassiness. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm trying new stuff out and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. So far, it seems like it's working fairly nicely and fairly quickly, but I haven't checked the mirror. Ultimate bag lady, yes. Alright. So, I'll check it at like 7:30 Eastern, which give it 15 minutes to process now that that layer's on. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick, and we'll be back. See, all better. All better. ORB router? What are you doing, Captioner? I said all better. Billy Hades here with the lurk. Hello, Billy. I hope you are doing well. I said Billy with a B. Billy. Alright. So hopefully we can get somewhere in Valheim now. I think we can. Update to Valheim. It's so weird trying to do this at a computer instead of in the bathroom, but it's okay. Oops, that's not the button I wanted. Do that, and then we'll load the gate back up. Oh man, yeah, I have bleach all over my neck. Good thing I have this towel here. And it'll be solved in like a half hour. That's fine. There we go. Start game. Start. Alright, so we were getting some copper and then hopefully working our way closer. At your PC. Yeah, I'm very pleased that I didn't get it everywhere. I expected to kind of make more of a mess. But I'm glad I did not. The color conditioner gets everywhere? Yeah, mine too. Mine too. Alright, so the question is, do I want to try and get all the way over there? Or do I just... I do kind of want to see if I can get there, though. Let's just see how far we can get and hopefully not die along the way. Because I might need to make another house over here so that I can boat across. I don't remember there being another shore right there. Where I died last time. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely don't see anything over there, so how am I supposed to get to the second boss? Let me try running up the coast. It might be this spot that I haven't been yet, where I have to connect over. In which case that would be a good spot for a little hut. I think I got rid of all the trolls out here. Hopefully they don't spawn more because there's a cave right there. And the trolls like to kill me. A lot. A lot. I think I got all the tin along. Nope, there's tin right here. That's what I marked. More tin. Oh, I did fell a troll over here last time, so that was cool. But how am I supposed to get around to the Elder? Because I think the Elder's the second one, right? That's what it said after I did Eikthyr, was to hunt the Elder. If and when, yeah. Okay, good. Well, why is he so far away? I don't want to have to boat to the Elder. That's just mean. Ugh. Alright, fine. Swim. Not tin. Oh, that was what... Weird things bug me. Like... I knew that something was wrong with the camera, but I didn't know what. It's that I was too zoomed in. More tin. Gosh, that's a distance. Lame. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. I have to watch where I smack things because I don't want to accidentally... Oh, he went too far. Rude. Bad deer. Bad deer. At least there's a little outpost thingy here. Let's see if there's anything up there. Doesn't look like it. Alright, we'll move on. Berries. Okay, so how do I get all the way over there? Because this ends here. There's no shore. I might have to do it from that side. Oops, that was not what I wanted. Wow, that just like exploded a lot of things. Gosh, that's so fun. Is the door over here? Where is the door for this place? There it is. Okay. Top. Will that work? And there's nothing in here. Pshaw. Probably would be a good spot to like make a small camp though. Because I can't go up the mountain yet. But I kind of want to see what's that way. I really had thought that I already knew where Eikthyr was, but apparently I hadn't explored that far. Poor little Neck never had a chance. do hear the crows, so that means there's something not good nearby. But we're still in the meadows, so I think we're okay. Oh, how did I miss? Oh, there was a rock in the way? Psh. Anything in this one? Nope. No, wrong one. I know a lot of people said to like gather a bunch of mushrooms because they're needed for mead, and that they kept using them all. So I'm trying to remember. I know I have tons of berries. Sorry, little bees, I don't mean to upset you. But I kinda do, because I like honey. Really? How'd she end up on top? Okay, so we're into another black forest. Topher, hello. How are you? More tin. Okay, this is getting me nowhere closer. Like, how am I supposed to get down there? Oh, there's a dungeon over there. Let's try and stick to the rocks. Just got off work. I'm doing well. I'm bleaching my hair and hoping it goes okay. I'll check it here shortly. There's a sandbar. And then we'll try dyeing my hair later. I'm seeing if this bleach with toner goes well, and it seems like it is. How's the color? I can't see well on camera. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Ooh, more tin. It's kind of in a random spot. I hear you. Oh, there you are. Okay. You're behind me. That's fine. Oh, I missed. I'm surprised this doesn't leave like a dent in the ground with the amount of impact it seems to be having. It's kind of crazy. But also, where in the world is my link over? Do I really have to wait to build a boat to get to the second boss? I didn't think you had to. I'm afraid I'm getting far enough away that I'm going to start running into, like, swamp territory, which I am definitely not ready for. But I expected something to loop around. Man, the knockback on this is so cool. So cool. Wow. It's so overpowered. It's nothing that I actually need. How to build this? That's fine. I love building in this game. I still have your house here, on the other server. So we can still play together. And that character, I've been playing that character, so that character's a bit further along. I don't know if I found the next boss on that server either. But I've done a lot of exploring on that server. A lot. I'm gonna start hitting an edge here soon. I'm curling back around. Make some dinner. Yeah, I'm starting to get hungry. I'm hoping to last until 8 or 9. Which hopefully my hair will be processed. I should check it here soon. And then the process should be done, I'm guessing like 15 more minutes. Just because I am trying to lighten it quite a bit, but I don't want to over process. I really was hoping to get to the boss. Because the character should be ready. But we might be stuck just at bronze until next week. I am streaming extra this week, as long as I don't have a reaction to the shot from today. So the plan is Wednesday I'll stream at 6 p.m. and do cooking, and then Thursday at noon I'll do some more cooking, and then Friday we'll be back for variety gaming. Oh no! Ouch. Not fun. Man. I guess we'll just kind of loop around and head back. Grab some tin on the way. I was hoping to grab some copper so we can do some bronze. But I don't see any way to get over there. I'm going to have to be able to build a boat first. It's a little frustrating. Of all the people I've seen do this, they did not need a boat to get to the second boss. Or I just didn't notice it. I don't know. But hopefully I can make it back to home base and then rinse out my hair. Hopefully. There's a bunch of tin. You needed a boat for yours? How did that not register for me? I didn't think you did. Oops. Well, fine. I just need a lot more bronze before I can make a boat. And more wood. So it's gonna be a little bit. But maybe I'll play some extra Valheim on Friday so we can get there. Nope. But this is tin. In one of the other servers that I have, that I've explored, like, the main island, quote unquote, is huge. There was so much to explore. Without needing a boat. But oh well. Oh well. Uh-oh. I hear it. That's really close. It's probably right there. But I don't hear any skeletons or a troll, so we're okay so far. Oh good, and now we're in the meadows. Nice. How did I miss when that was like right in front of me? Okay, so I do see an island. Nope, that's just right back there. Well, dang. I wonder if I can swim over. Hopefully I don't die here. That would suck. You're like, I want to try swimming. And then you die. Oh, so close. So close. Don't do it. Oh, just made it. No. Come on. I know, that was close. I was pushing it there. I mean, I don't really need to go... Oh, there's a tin deposit there, though. I kind of want to just head straight to home base and see... Ooh, I saw shiny. Why are you shiny? Wait, I swear I just saw something shiny. Was that just a reflection on the rock? It must have been. Come here. Come here. I can't see you guys. Punching the neck. That's just rude. Can't even see what I'm doing. I'm just punching in the air. So rude. No room for a neck trophy. Ugh. I guess I can get rid of the resin. Alright, we're just gonna head like right back for home, I guess. Along with a torch, because I'm bummed. And see what we see. And hopefully not die. Should be heading towards some copper. Oh no, that's Ike here. I have to head more this way. Wee! My running skill improved as I run directly into a tree. Well, dang. Oop. Oh, thank goodness. Climb. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh, man. Maybe I don't want to. That's so powerful. Come on. I don't remember a mountain type thing here. But I am certainly struggling to climb whatever this is. I'm certainly struggling. So normally I can tell when the bleach is done based on how tingly my scalp is. So I'm getting a little nervous because I'm not noticing any. Come on. What am I struggling to climb? Goodness. Oh my goodness. All the way over there. Well, that's a tree. I still need copper. Of hill climber. I know, I'm used to climbing in Genshin. Like, that's all I ever did was climbing. But at least it would actually climb, whereas this, I'm like, can't even see what I'm stuck on. Also, hi, Corellis. How are you? I'm just a normal person with a grocery bag on their head. You know. You know how it goes. Pogo! Yeah, I might need to go over to If and When server and find the second boss. Because I'm really struggling on mine. Oh, that's just a runestone. Just a runestone. The downside of playing on multiple servers, it's very easy to get confused. Yeah, I've got the Bleach going. I've done 2 applications, so it's just processing. I really should check it, but I'm trying to get back to base. It's been about a half hour, so I actually probably should rinse it out and see where we're at. Oh, home's over here. I need to move these. Alright, let's fix all these items. Fix all these items. Put stuff away. Oh, I got a lot of cooking to do. 10, 10. Do not need that. Nope. Yep. I do need to start actually building some portals. That's going to be important moving forward. Oh, I already grabbed it. Don't see any feathers. I already took care of all that. Okay, so food. Ugh. It cooks so fast. I do need to make a chimney. I can't see what I'm doing at all. Okay. Nope. Oh, I might need some coal to keep things going. I'm excited and nervous to see how this turned out because I've never used this bleach. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to go back and get more. Hopefully not, but we'll see. There we go. That finished it off. And I didn't bring back any more ore, so now that's gonna sit, unfortunately. And I think my trophies are here. Nope. It's cooking too quickly. Let me put stuff away. There we go. There we go. I need a chimney. I can't see. I did use it all. Okay. So I need some wood so that I can make what I need. All right. We'll listen to some music and I will check to see how the hair is. I might need to rinse it. So I'm going to pop the BRB soon screen on and then I'll let you know. I think. No. All right. They just talk about how blonde. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna rinse this out. I'll be back soon. I don't know about this. So my color didn't fully come out at the ends, which is fine. I kind of anticipated that. But the top is still really yellow. But there are parts that's not. I don't know. I think I'll have to wait and see dried. I might put the other toner on just to be safe. Yeah, like right there, I didn't do very well. Looks like I missed a big old spot. So yeah, I might need to go get some more bleach. I thought I got it. Could also just be the lighting? I don't know. I don't know. But on the plus side, I do like this bleach because it felt pretty nice on my hair even after I shampooed. It didn't completely destroy it. I don't know, maybe I'll have to wait and see dry. I think the camera might also just be like picking up some weird stuff. I don't know, that looks like a pretty dark spot right there. Let me go check. I'll have to go back and check the video because I swear I got this spot, but no, like I just straight up missed a chunk. But in person, it doesn't read as yellow as it's coming across on camera. But even like this, it's not that bad. I just want to, I'll still put color on it, probably sooner rather than later. I feel so weird with such light hair, but I got pastel colors, so I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I will say I do not condition between bleach and color. So that's like 1 or 2 days between where I don't condition it because I want my hair to soak up as much of the dye as possible. So I don't want to close it off with the extra oils from conditioner. There. We'll see. If I get annoyed enough, I'll just dye it later today. But I'll dry it first, so make sure to check for Instagram later because I will post how it looks dried and how I normally do my like post shower. It does look way more yellow on here, which is kind of funny to me. Okay. There. Oh, I didn't get behind my ears very well. There's still some, I can feel some bleach. Always make sure to wash behind your ears. Okay? I really don't know how I want to do the color. Maybe I'll do like pink to purple to aqua. I don't know, my ends are already purple, so maybe I'll do pink on one side, to purple and then aqua to purple on the other. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'll have to see how it looks dried, and then we'll see what colors I decide. I don't know. Too many decisions. Alright, so I do need to put some of this away. No, not that one. And I need to switch. Yes, so we can construct, because we need to move our bees. Let's see. So put one more here, one over here. Oh, wrong button. Silly me. Silly. That's not what you wanted. That. That. Alright. Now how many do I have left? I have 3. Let's try that. I want them kind of close together, but I know they need some space to do their thing. So hopefully that'll be okay. Empty, empty, empty. Happy, happy. Alright, that looks like we're on the right track at least. None of them say they need more space. Okay, so now I need to put that away. Yeah, it looks really yellow on here. It's so weird because in person it doesn't look quite as yellow. But like this side, yeah, this way. I totally missed a spot and I swear I got that, but I just didn't saturate it enough. As opposed to like this side. And then my ends are still kind of purple from my last, which is, I expected some color to stay because I was just bleaching. Put that in. So like I said, I'll post on Instagram later how it looks overall. And then I'll probably decide if I want to color it tonight, because it doesn't feel dried out or crunchy, so I think I should be okay to color. I might try toning again just because even in person it's not very yellow, but it is a little more yellow than I thought it would be. And I know the toner is not going to lighten it, but it should help to neutralize any of the colors a bit more. And then, like I said, I was doing this on a camera and not going section by section like I should have. So there are some sections that are not as saturated and are a little darker. Hopefully it'll add depth to whatever I end up doing, as opposed to just looking like I was slacking. We'll see. I am starting to get pretty hungry though. So I think I'm just gonna try and grab some copper and then we'll raid and move on. Okay, I'm stuck on a tree. Like, go around the tree. I know you can. I do kind of like having the earbuds in instead of... There it is. Instead of having the headset on, which is... Oh, I didn't switch. I left it at home. No. Well, maybe this will work. Nope. Shoot. I left it. Well, that was silly of me. I can't believe after, like, I ran all the way down there. Good job. And I didn't even have my pickaxe for mining. Ugh. I should see if I can make the bronze pickaxe. Because that will help a lot in the long run. Even though I should save the bronze so that I can make a boat. Because what do I need for the boat? Oh, I can still only do like a raft. Shoot. Several times. I know, like, I even thought about it too. Ugh, silly me. So silly. It's right there. But that's fine. It just means that I'm hungrier than I want to admit, so probably good to call it. Instead of trying to keep going, even though I want to. All right. Let's see who is live right now. And then I'll finish up my hair. I'll post on Instagram. Yeah. I think I know. Alright, so thank you all for hanging out. I know today was kind of random and weird. No, the shop's already closed. I think I should be fine with it being how it is. Like, this spot being slightly darker. I don't care that much to put my hair through more bleach. So I'll probably put some toner in just to see if that can take some of this yellowness out. And then I'll figure out how I want to dye it. Which might be tonight, maybe tomorrow. So, like I said, thank you guys for hanging out. I'll post on Insta once I figure out what I'm doing. Show some love to Cat the Mount. I think she's just chatting right now. Monday Night Chaos is what she says. She's a really great person. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Like I said, I will stream Wednesday if all goes well, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thursday is at 11. We're gonna do 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. and then back to Friday Night Chaos. So I will see you guys with freshly dyed hair later this week. I hope you have a great day. Time for this errand to go.